So the day has come for your first Gua-Sha treatment. So I've got your Agi-Sen Gua-Sha, which has been given to you with your package as well. So today I'm going to show you how to use it exactly. I've already done half of my face here, so you can see that it's a bit more red. But I'm going to show you on that side how to do it safely, correctly, and with great results. Just make sure that you use it only once a week. You can skip it on the week when you're saying ask for your treatment, because we will be going quite deep, and so we obviously we want to make sure that we don't overstimulate the tissues. So you're going to need your Agi-Sen flow for this. Don't use it on dry skin because it might be a bit rough on the skin. So you only need a tiny bit, just like a half a pump, no more than that. You can always add more. It's better to add more than having to remove it from your skin, because it's really annoying when you have to do this. Always apply upwards. Perfect. And now we're going to use the Gua-Sha starting from the bottom. Gua-Sha is a tool that you can use to go much deeper into the tissue. So the aim of this is to reduce the muscular tension. So you want to work on the SCM muscle. So when you turn your neck, you can see it on the side here being quite prominent, but you never want to do it when you have your neck flexed. So you want to just flex it to see it and then relax it so that the muscle is not overstretched. And then going with the upward movement, holding the Gua-Sha like this, you can create friction on the area to reduce the pressure from those muscles. You can go both sides, it's absolutely fine. The warning is that it might leave you some marks on the skin. It's a bit like a love bite, which is absolutely harmless. It's absolutely fine. Some people might be a little bit more sensitive, so it will be faster than on the others. You don't need to worry about it at all. It's absolutely fine. So either working up and down on your neck, don't go over your throat area, or you can go across the wedges as the SCM goes. That's absolutely fine too. So once you relax those muscles, then the pulling down of the tissues because of their tightness will not be as strong, which means that everything will be happily going up the way. So that's what you want. Then the next part you can use is this, the Cupid bow, basically, which of our Gua-Sha, and you want to use the lower part, or maybe like that part, on the lower part of your chin. So the arch here goes on underneath your jawline, basically. And then again, you want to go quite vividly, and you can either go long strokes, or starting from your jaw, you can just go slightly faster movements with the most pressure going underneath your chin, right here, just like this. Perfect. Now we can change the angle slightly and use the same area, same movement to work more on the actual jawline. So this is really good for snatching the edge of your jaw. So it's really good to get the appearance that you're looking for. Perfect. So still this part of your Gua-Sha around towards the ear. Lovely. Now the next thing we can do is to work on the wrinkles. So first of all, one of the most annoying ones is when we start creating the wrinkle just underneath our lips here. So for this you can use the comb part, and you can stretch out the skin and rub it right in. The reason what we want to achieve there is to bring more blood flow into the bottom of this wrinkle, to make sure that it can rejuvenate and build up the collagen to plump the wrinkle up a little bit. So it's going to reduce that. If you don't have that yet, still do it, because it might be coming your way. That's that. And once we're on our lips area, we can work a little bit at the top of the lip, especially for those who might have some smoker's wrinkle from the past. So I would use the smooth edge of your Gua-Sha and just smoothen it out. So again, still like stretch out your lips like this and run it with your Gua-Sha. Perfect. And you can go up the way a little bit if you want to lift up your lip a little bit as well to make it a bit more bigger and plump. Perfect. And then use the smooth side of your gua-sha towards your jaw. Perfect. You can go quite fast. You want it to be nice and warm on your skin. Next thing we want to do, it might be a little bit sore, so just adapt the pressure. You want to use, again, the calm part of your jaw to work on the masseter muscle, which is a big muscle on the side of your jaw here. This is the one that runs your mouth, basically. So when we're stressed out, when we are worried about something, we normally clench our jaw, which creates tension here. And that tension actually creates fascia imbalance and makes us pull the skin towards the wrinkles. So obviously we want to relax that as well. So you're using the calm part and rub it quite vividly down the way. We can do down the way and then a couple of times up the way, but down the way is much easier. In order for us to make it stronger, we can work with the movement as well. Okay, so what you want to do is, as you do this, open up your mouth and then close and open and close and open. Perfect. And that should really relax your jaw. So if you have any clenching issues, then this is what you can do on a daily basis. Another thing we're going to move on to is lift up the chin, the cheek, to smoothen out the nasolabial fold. And then we're going to use the jaggy part of our gua-sha to massage that in. So similar principle that we used for our chin wrinkle. Stretch it out and smoothen it out. What else you can do is to stretch that out the way as well. And this is going to create a nice plumpness in your face. Okay. Then you want to work on the zygomatic bone, because this is the one that creates a nice plump look on our face, gives us a nice definition of our cheeks. So we want to use the smooth part of the top of gua-sha. What you want to do is find this bone, find the edge of this bone, and you want to go underneath it and hook it up. So you really want to feel it. You might actually feel like your eyes closing a little bit because it's quite a funny feeling, but this is where there's a lot of tension. Again, if you do that properly, so again, first of all, make it flat towards the bottom of your neck and then lift it up as if you were trying to hang yourself up with this gua-sha. Because if you relax this area, it really relaxes your whole jaw, your whole face, and your mind as well, because there's a lot of tension accumulated there. So again, bring it in and push it all the way up. And remember that it's going at the angle, so the angle of gua-sha changes as well. Let's do this again. So you want to find the edge of your bone, not over the bone. You want to be underneath the bone. And once you find the depth of it, you want to change the angle and bring the gua-sha up slightly. So it might be feeling like it's like a funny, weird pain, like tension pain in this area. And hold it for like 5 seconds. And then just move on. Change the angle, find the bottom of the jaw and bring it up. Perfect. Hold it for 5 seconds. And then again, change the angle, find the bottom of the jaw and bring it up. Lovely. I can feel it a little bit, but it's so relieving as well. If you have lines like this at the end, that's absolutely fine. It's just a little mark from having this pressed, but it's actually going to disappear in a second, so I'm not worried about it at all. Okay, the next thing we can do, just gently working around the eye area, so there's nothing complicated there. You want this edge to be going into the corner of the eye without touching your eye, obviously, and be as close to the eye as possible without causing any pain, and just going around the eye towards your temple. Perfect. Go a couple of times there. Same thing over your eyebrow. So over the eyebrow line from the top of your nose just as the arch goes. It feels lovely. Perfect. So this is going to help you a lot with the nice arch of your eyebrow as well, with droopy eyes. So next, another wrinkle that we normally stress out about is our 11 lines. So we could use either the comb part and basically run it across those lines up and down. So again, it's going to bring in the collagen, the fresh air, fresh blood to the area, which is absolutely perfect. Try not to lift your eyebrows as you do this, but you can hold your hold your forehead like this, because when you elevate it to stretch it out, you're creating more wrinkles in there. So obviously we don't want that. So just hold your forehead and run it up and down like this. And you want to be going to the sides as well, because actually the muscles that are creating those wrinkles are created by the muscles on the sides here, like this. So you want to stretch out those muscles as well. If the comb part is a bit too strong for you, that's fine. You can just use the smooth side as well, which is absolutely fine. I'm getting a little mark here on my forehead, which is fine. It's going to disappear, so I'm not worried about it. It's actually good, because that means I'm getting some fresh blood flow to the area and I'm not going to get those wrinkles in there, which is great. Right, so last thing we need to work on is our forehead. And again, you can either use the comb part or you can use the long part of this, and then just working around the arch of your eyebrows, above your eyebrows on the forehead towards the temple, like this. You can also work up and down as well, but also make sure that you're not lifting your eyebrows as you do this. So you want to hold your eyebrows, your hairline up to stretch out your forehead without flexing a muscle in your forehead. And then do the same on the other side. Like this. And that's us done. Perfect. So your whole face just had a proper workout, which feels amazing. My face feels like it's on fire, but in a good way, the rejuvenating way that's going to keep me youthful looking. And the redness is going to go away in a couple of minutes. I'm not worried about it at all. Now I'll just remove the product, because it's just a serum that has already been pumped in. So remove the product and then just either place a primer if I was going out and I was putting my makeup back on, or if I would put the Agi-Sen Kobido plump if I was going to bed. So this is the end of the routine. Use it wisely, because it's a very powerful routine, but it's going to bring you great results if you do it regularly once a week.